Hello and welcome back to A Better World. This is your host, Mitchell J. Rabin, and we're very glad you're joining us again today. Today we are on location in Asbury Park at Abunda Life Health Center. It's a fabulous place, and people come in from all over once a month to experience their boot camp. Boot camp consists of a water and juice fast and lots of exercise right by the beach. It's a beautiful place. And it's all under the auspices of Dr. Robert Sorge, who is a naturopath and PhD who has been in this field for well over 45 years. He's a veteran and he knows what he's doing, and it really is a form of boot camp. It's really a lot of fun. You meet great people and you'll be seeing some of those people and some of the experiences they have had and some of the weight loss they've experienced, some of the muscle gain they've developed, and the general sense of peace and well-being that has occurred as a result of going through this 5-day intensive involved in brainwashing and deconditioning and deprogramming and learning things that are really about supporting health and well-being. So we will be speaking to a few people from this boot camp, and then we'll also be speaking with Dr. Sorge himself intermittently. Stay tuned and you'll enjoy yourself and see some images of what has been going on here.
A long-term process, not a quick, okay, I'm going to take a couple pounds off and then go get the snout back to the pig's trough again. And we see this time and time again. People writing these books on diet, every one of them experts. And people will continue to read these books on diet and how to do quick, take the fat, do this, do that. And what happens if any one of these books, 5,000 of these books are written every single year, if any one single one of these books ever worked, we wouldn't need the other 4,999. The one common denominator with every single one of them is a failure, without a question. Now, why is this? Simply because people go back and take their snout, put it back into the pig's trough again. It never becomes a way of life. So what we're going to be talking about for the next 5 days is we're going to be talking about this not as a quick, let's take a little fat off and go put the fat back on again. We're going to be talking about a long-term, this is what I do because this is what my philosophy is, and my philosophy becomes my discipline, and my discipline becomes my way of life, and this is my medicine. So I'm not going up to the doctor and having him write a prescription for me. We don't want prescriptions. The best way down the tubes is to start to take prescriptions. The best way to destroy your health is to fulfill your prescriptions. The best way to shorten your life is by way of prescriptions. There is not a single prescription that is a healthy prescription. There is not a single prescription that is not harmful to your health. I was just reading this wonderful diabetic medicine that they write the prescription for. Increases the chances of heart disease 43%. Doing nothing else but taking the wonderful medication that's supposed to be taking care of you. How's that for medicine? This is what we call medicine. This is what we call medicine. How about this Lipitor scam? How about this type of thing? Where everybody's going to get on the Lipitor. Now they want to put children on the Lipitor. Put everybody on the Lipitor. As if the cholesterol has something to do with having a deficiency in Lipitor. You see, they are conditioning us to go right down the tubes. If anyone is on Lipitor, I want to see you after class. There is no purpose whatsoever for Lipitor. If you think it has something to do with heart disease, you are dead wrong. If your doctor thinks that somehow or other you're going to prevent heart disease taking Lipitor, he is dead wrong. 60% of the people who drop dead from heart attacks, their cholesterol is fine. So there's no connection. No connection whatsoever. It is never proven to add 1 single second to a person's life. So why do we take it? Because the pharmaceutical trust last year sold 53 billion, that's with a B, of this garbage called Lipitor. The first thing that is affected is your brain, your memory. That's the first thing, then your liver, and we can continue to go from there. So if you're depending on the system, you're in trouble. In order to start to learn about these things, you have to step away from the system. You're going to have to begin to take some responsibility for yourself. And we start this with a cleanup. We start it with a cleanup. Now, it takes some courage to go through a cleanup. Most people don't want to do that. They want to stuff themselves with Frito chips and Nathan's Dogs and finger licking good and wash things down with a Starbuck, a filthy Starbuck. This is what they want to do. Or a things go better with Coke. Or call in the Pizza Hut. That's what we want. Stuff ourselves with some Pizza Hut. Now, of course, your colon therapist will love that. Eat plenty of Pizza Hut. In fact, call it in. You can get it in 5 minutes now. 3 minutes. They get it right over to you. And in New York City, they have, I remember I was over there one day, and they had the guy making the pizza, and he mixes this stuff up, and crowds are gathering outside, and he takes it and he throws it up in the air, and he catches this glue type of stuff, and people go, whoa, look at that, isn't that something? Yeah, I want a piece of that. This glue going into the gut and wondering what this does inside the gut. People not even thinking about it, as long as it looks good, smells good, tastes good. But any colon therapist will tell you, they see down the observation tube this stuff that bounces down there, almost like driving along the New Jersey Turnpike and behind one of these 18-wheelers. And every once in a while what happens is a big piece of rubber comes off the tire and it sort of bounces down the highway at about 65 miles an hour. That's what you see going down the colon tube, this rubber bouncing down there that glues people's guts up. We'd like to prevent that. We'd like to avoid you being one of the 250,000 Americans who, like sheep, get the colon cut out and have a bag, a wonderful bag, put on the side because the doctor never told you about a healthy colon. Never told you about detoxification, never told you about fasting, never told you about high enzyme foods or fiber or any form of detoxification. 250,000 people each year get their guts cut out and a bag put on the side, and that's how they're walking around to spend the rest of their life, along with many other needless, unnecessary operations. So what we want to be doing is we want to be taking some responsibility upon ourselves to clean things up.
Hi, my name is John Katsopoulos, and I came here to Bundle Life to gain energy, to lose weight. I'm from Warren Township, New Jersey. My occupation, I'm an accounts payable clerk, working for Access Communications, doing basically data entry. I came here to relax and to change a little bit from the stressful pace and to gain insight into a healthier lifestyle. I enjoyed it very much. I met new people. I learned new things. I lost some weight, feel better, and I would like to do this again. All the therapies are very beneficial. I learned, even though I didn't do them all, but I'm sure I'm going to do them in the future. And I recommend this to anybody out there because it's a life-changing experience, and it's a better way to a healthier life than what we know.
I live in Queens, New York, and I work as a customer service manager at a manufacturing company. I heard about Abundant Life a couple of years ago from my friend, who didn't go into much details but said that that was the best thing she has done for herself in her life. That was quite a statement, and I was thinking about that for this couple of years, and this year when I decided that I can't take my work anymore, and I feel heavy, I feel unhappy, stressed, so I decided to book the boot camp and come here. And here I am, just 5 days later, and it feels that my stress level is significantly down. I also lost 10 pounds, which feels great. And in general, boot camp is not only about the loss of weight, but it's also about information that you learn here, information about nutrition, information about our medical companies, how you should live your life really, and it gives you a completely new way of looking at your life, at your nutrition, and at our society in general. So do not take it just as a lost weight, which is, of course, will be one of the primary goals, but also detox, which helps you to lose weight and to stay healthy, and also to learn information which is going to help you in your life.
Hi, my name is Leigh Olahan. I live in Owings, Maryland. I first started coming to Dr. Sorge in 1988 for a problem that I had with my liver. He totally changed my life. I haven't even taken so much as an aspirin since 1988. I have come to him several times throughout the years. I moved to Colorado for 10 years. Every time I came back to New Jersey to visit my family, I made an appointment to come to Dr. Sorge and get myself refocused. This is my third boot camp. I've come to boot camp 3 times just to spend a week focusing on me and my needs, because I spend the rest of the time focusing on everyone else's needs. And sooner or later I get depleted. I need to come here and re-energize. I need to detox, and I need to focus on the things that I need to make me healthy and happy and keep me healthy and happy. This week I've lost 11 3/4 pounds, which is great. In previous boot camps I've always lost weight, but that wasn't always my ultimate goal. My goal was to just be able to relax, not have a phone, not have a computer, not see bad news on the TV, learn additional things from Dr. Sorge, and get myself healthy. And that's what I do.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Philogene. I live in Plainfield, New Jersey, a beautiful town. I manage 2 businesses that my husband and I own in Brooklyn, New York. And I came to Abundant Life because I was extremely stressed, and I've been busy for the last 5 years. And so I wanted to get away, I wanted to lose weight, and I wanted to just be in a relaxed environment. So here I am, I came, and I got what I came for. Today, I lost 16 pounds. I feel great. I, participated in a lot of therapies. I did the beach. It was just fantastic. And I hoped I looked good.
You look great.
Yes, and that's it. I lost 16 pounds. I feel great, and so I'm going back today, and I have some more work to do. I'm going to be on another protocol, mostly raw foods for another 2 weeks or so, and then I get to see the doctor again because I did a special test, and I'll be back here for a little while, and I hope to do this again in the future, maybe next year.
I'm a restaurant manager, and I'm from New York. I really love this place, Abundant Life. I've been here so many times. I've been here maybe, I think 8 times at this point, which is a lot. But I think it's a great experience. I think every single person should come. Detoxification only happens when we stop eating. And a lot of people don't understand that. So I learned about this for the first time about I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, and I was going through a really bad time. I was really stressed out. I was going through a relationship crisis at the same time. I was working very hard, and there was something inside of me that felt like I was going to die. And I'm only 26 years old now. Back then, 22 years old. I think I might have been 21, turning 22. And I was very ill. I didn't know what it was, but I felt like I was going to die early. So I came here and I went through this detoxification. I did a blood analysis, checking every organ of my body, figuring out what it was exactly that was causing this kind of fear inside of me. And it turns out that I had metabolic acidosis, something that most people would never think that they have. And basically it's just when the blood is extremely acidic. And if we're made up mostly of water, we're supposed to be in an alkaline place, an alkaline state. So Dr. Sorge, he's great. He's the one that has created Abundant Life, which I think is amazing. He basically gave me this entire protocol. I went through the entire system of just putting nutrients inside my body, going into the far infrared sauna and just squeezing everything out. And I felt a million times better. I've never had that fear since, that overwhelming fear of death. I just feel 1,000 times better. And I just think it's beneficial for everybody in all avenues of life. Even if you're thin, it doesn't mean coming here just to lose some weight, but I think everybody needs some kind of a form of a detox.
Another big part of the work you do here at Abundant Life, Dr. Sorge, involves fitness. Now, you have been a fitness champion in your life. Was it Mr. North America? Is that it?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just like, what, 3 years ago?
how about more like 50 years ago?
Well, no one could tell by looking at you. You know, you've maintained fitness. You've maintained fitness. And that's probably the best communication that you could make to the rest of us, that
Yes.
you can be Mr. North America that length of time ago and still maintain really good fitness.
Yeah. Well, the whole idea that we're attempting to teach is not the quick fix. You see, so much of our society is the instant gratification, the quick fix. We see this in the weight loss types of programs. How much can I lose this week? And that's one of the things that people ask when they come in. How much can I lose this week? And of course, as you can see, our small group lost how much?
Over 105 pounds collectively?
Yeah, collectively. So we had people losing over 16 pounds, and even yourself, not really needing to lose much. You lost how much? Five and a half. So people are going to lose what they need to lose, but more importantly, what this program is designed for is to bring efficiency into the machine. So what we begin to start to do is to work out of this inefficient, fat-storing machine into a highly efficient, highly energetic, fat-burning machine. And this is through the process that we have called for hundreds of years in naturopathic medicine, the process of detoxification. Naturopathic medicine and naturopathic doctors are the only professionals that have been trained specifically in this process as a healing modality. Now, I'm not saying that other doctors and other professionals and practitioners don't employ this. I'm just saying that this is a major aspect, a major foundation, a plank, so to speak, of what naturopathic medicine is. So when you come into a program like this is true detoxification. A lot of people don't know what detoxification is. They think it's having a bowel movement or something. We're talking about pulling toxins out that have been locked in by the junk foods, the metabolic processes, and the drugging that people have done over a lifetime. We start to pull that out, and now we start to have that efficiency in the machine. We have efficiency. The body's not going to store ugly fat. It's going to burn fat.
So what, in a sense, you're doing is increasing metabolic function so that what was getting stored is now getting burned.
Precisely.
By increasing the
Precisely.
efficiency.
And different people will do this over different lengths of time simply because each person is an individual. Some people have been on all kinds of drugs all of their life. Some people have been on junk food since they were kids.
Well,
brought
some
up
of the
on-
people who we've had this week have come back here several times. One
Exactly.
of whom has known you for 20 some odd years.
no,
She's
exactly.
been back several times,
Yeah.
and it just speaks well of the kind of work you're doing here.
Yes.
That people want to
Yes.
continue to come back and get another boost, if you will.
Exactly. That's
know?
basically what it is. It's
Yeah.
it's a kickstart.
Yes.
It's okay. I can't do what you have to do. I have my own program that I have to follow.
Right.
But I certainly can give you some guidance. And if we want to go another step, we can give you guidance based on your individual biochemistry, based on your hormonal report, based on metabolism, using the latest scientific breakthrough in blood diagnostics specifically for nutrition, hormonal, metabolic assessment. So if a person wants to go another step, we test them. We test them out using this kind of technology, and then we can be quite exact, the exact foods they should be eating, what's not compatible, what supplements they need, what hormones they need, what kind of exercise program they need, and whether they need to extend the detoxification process longer.
Exactly. One of the other things that's really notable about what you're doing, Doc, is that you are utilizing oxygen therapies.
Yes, I'm glad
And
that
this
you
is
brought that up.
something that has been so
Yes,
important to me
yes,
over the years
yes.
of working in holistic health.
Yes.
And you have really nailed it. You're doing
yes.
ozone therapy, hyperbaric. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the oxidative therapies is something that is essential because a vast majority of the people that we see are toxic. I'd say about approximately 80% of the patients that we've seen over the decades test out with the toxins at a higher level than the body is able to throw off. We believe that this is the foundation, the common denominator of all illness. Concurrent with this is going to be a deficiency of oxygen at the cellular level. We believe that this is the foundation of every disease that there is. So it's not a quick fix, but if we see the oxygen is low, then we're going to have disease. We're going to have excess body fat. How does the body metabolize if it doesn't have enough oxygen? How does the body burn fat if we don't have enough oxygen? How does the body deal with virals and bacteria and toxins and all of these poisons and all of these things that cause disease if we don't have the oxygen to burn them up?
Right. Very true.
So
Very true.
yes, we do have
There's a really fine emphasis on the oxygen therapies.
On the oxidative
and,
therapies, exactly.
Getting it right into the body, flushing the body, and another big portion of this, by your design, is education.
Yeah.
And the education is in the domain of teaching people about
Exactly.
the existence and the clinical studies that have been done on oxygen therapies
Exactly.
and nutrition in general. And you put another point of emphasis, which is on what I like to refer to as the psychoemotional
Yes.
stress aspect
Yes.
of health and well-being altogether.
Precisely.
Which is a major piece of the whole.
We're in a society to where everyone is, I say everyone, a very large percentage of people are under stress, and especially in a metropolitan area like New
Yes,
York. I don't think
exactly.
I have a patient from New York
Yeah.
or North Jersey or any city area, population area that just isn't under stress. We're all under the gun these days.
Yeah.
So this, of course, affects everything else. So this becomes a very important part of the total healing process. That's why we call this a holistic program. And holistic deals with the whole. It's body, it's mind, it's spirit. So we're working with a whole gamut of modalities. And the whole idea is what you're able to take from the boot camp, which is sort of like a mini college, and what can you do, what are you going to incorporate and take home with you? Because it's not the quick fix, it's what you do over the long period of time. So we're encouraging people to think in terms of long-term goals, 1-2 year goals, rather than what can I do in the next week or 2 days, or how much can I lose at the company weight loss program, and then stick the snout back up to the trough again, and just go right back again to where you were before.
Right, exactly, exactly. You have a way with words. But so true, because this is what we're dealing with in so many ways, you know, through television and radio and magazines and everything. People are just having food stuck in their face all the time, and usually very unhealthy food. I mean, there are over 42,000 restaurants in New York City, in Manhattan alone. You know, I mean, you'd think that we were starving all the time and we needed to have food from every other, block, otherwise we'll die. So you're really providing a service that is much needed and not popular enough, because to teach people what you're teaching here takes time.
It does.
It really does. And you've accomplished a lot efficiently in a short amount of time, for which all the people that we've met here have been very grateful.
Exactly. And of course the fitness becomes part of this. People think they have to spend hours and hours in the gym, and you see that we can accomplish an incredible workout in 12 minutes.
Exactly.
And we can do this in the gym, we can do it without the gym, we can do it anywhere at all with this system.
Exactly. I'm still aching, Doc, about the workout we did at the beach yesterday.
Yes.
For which I thank you.
Well, you keep the good work up.
I will. Well, thank you for doing the great work that you're doing.
Well, thanks a lot for coming.
Absolutely. It was great to be here. Well, now you have had a sense, a taste of life at Abundant Life from many of the people who have been here. There are more to come, more of Dr. Sorge as well. But you've really been given some real good idea of what kind of experience this is and the kind of training it is, the kind of deconditioning, brainwashing it is, truly washing our brain and helping to set us on a path of health and well-being that can add to many years more in our lives and of a quality of life as well. This is Mitchell J. Rabin for A Better World here in Asbury Park on location at Abundant Life. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you want more information, just contact us at the website and we'll be glad to pass on information to you. Thanks so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you next week.